what we're going to do is I'm going to save the game. We're going to go on that adventure and we got to see what we need to bring up. Because I would much rather continue with this adventure because it sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm doing the thing I didn't really want to do, save scumming, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so, deceive an escape artist. So I can use observation. I guess I'll read this, and if we continue with this one, we'll see what happens. You've made it inside the dining hall where a banquet is being held in honor of the ambassador of Pergoria, a nation known to be jealous of Minton power and influence. Discreetly lingering near the ambassador's table and posing as a server, you hope to discover the real reason behind the surprise visit. So far the evening has been uneventful and the conversation nothing out of the ordinary. The plump ambassador appears to be enjoying himself immensely. His hearty laughter fills the dining hall, while his dour attaché Hollis Kerr sits quietly at his side, barely touching his food. The thin young man is watchful and preoccupied as he glances about the room with dark, probing glances. When the attaché, what does that even? I don't know what that means. Hold on, I'm gonna write down this word. I'm gonna look it up later. I may not know what that word means, but I'll put a little thing up saying what it is, and you guys can enjoy that. When the attaché excuses himself from the table and approaches a servant in the corner of the room, you sneak over and hide behind the always trusty draperies to listen in on their conversation. The ambassador is most grateful for your fine service this evening and would like you to have this token of his appreciation, Kerr whispers as he hands the elderly servant a bag of coins in such a way that anyone from any vantage but yours would think he just shook his hand. There's more where that came from if you would be so kind as to keep a close watch on the ambassador's room, that is. This is a fine institution, of course, but I'm sure you know that a man such as the ambassador travels with gifts of state and other valuables. He's most serious that no one enters his chambers uninvited. The legate is aware of our concerns and respects the ambassador's privacies, but the ambassador relies upon me to make sure that his visit runs smoothly. I hope I can count on you. But of course, sir. You can count on me, the old man eagerly agrees. I'll keep the servants away from your room. Without further ado, you quietly open the window behind the draperies and step outside into the garden, while the ambassador and his party finishes their meal. You go to the ambassador's room before the new secret guard can reach it. You know these Pergorians are up to something, and you know they've got to be hiding something in the ambassador's room, and you must find out what it is. Casting the walls of Loy's enchantment, you weaken the latch to the window to the ambassador's suite. Inside a chest in his room, you discover a diplomatic pouch with the Pergorian seal. The pouch contains a large sum of money and a message instructing the ambassador to use whatever means necessary to obtain Black Horse. Black Horse, Black Horse, Black Horse, you... Oh, that's Bad Horse, never mind. To use whatever means necessary to obtain Black Horse, an artifact known to be somewhere in the city of Ninta. Focus on the educated and superb magicians of the Academy. The message reads they would know the true value of Black Horse. As you finish reading the note, you hear the lock on the door turn. You return the pouch to the chest and jump behind the bed, just as the sour-faced attaché steps into the room. What can you do now? Observation. Is there anything nearby that can be of use? You peer from beneath the bed as the attaché, I'm probably pronouncing that so wrong, putters about, preparing for the ambassador's turn in for the night. You try your best to be inconspicuous as you look about the ambassador's suite for anything in the room that might aid you in your predicament. There's nothing under the bed with you, but glancing up to the ceiling, you see a chandelier hanging above the attaché's head. That will do perfectly. Acrobatics Start with the old falling chandelier attack and then get out the window before you can be recognized. Okay, I don't think we're going to succeed at this. And I'm going to write down acrobatics. Just because it would be easier to bring that up than everything else because we apparently have some skills in it. But I can also sacrifice a member, but then we don't get the story, so I don't think that's worth it. You must act quickly to distract the attaché, so that you can escape unseen. With a wave of your wand, you cast the walls of Loy's enchantment, weakening the chandelier directly above him. With a squeal of breaking metal and mighty crash, the weakened chandelier comes crashing down on the poor man's head. As he falls to the floor, you dash from beneath the bed and make a run for it, but here is not completely disabled. From beneath the chandelier, he spies you leaping out the window. You hear him yell, "Stop, thief," as you escape. It throws you off and you land badly, twisting an ankle and only barely managing to stagger away. He'll be on his guard now, he will. I don't know if we succeeded at that. You're hurrying through the great hall on your way to class when you stumble literally across Professors de Lucha Alzo. I'm just gonna stumble through that for 10 minutes. We're just gonna move on. Giovanni, I remember you a little bit. He has no classes for first years. You stumble literally across the professor on his hands and knees. You go down in a tangle of limbs and robes. By the time you picked yourself up, Professor is glaring at you. "Watch where you're going!" He snaps, whipping a drop of sweat off his nose before returning his attention to the floor, where he appears to have lost something. His brow is furrowed and his hair is a mess. He's clearly having a very bad day. Although now that you're here, you can get down here and help me find my wand. Dude, why did you lose your wand? Refuse to help and go on your way. Nope, bad idea. Scouting, stay and help look. Social skills, ask the professor how you can help. Yeah, sure, how can I help? To find the wand, you're going to have to look behind each of the big stone pillars holding up the vault of the ceiling. You could get down on your hands and knees with Professor, but surely there's an easier way to do this. After all, you have a wand and he doesn't. Unfortunately, you don't know any spells for finding wands. You ask him if he knows a way you might use magic to make this go a little more quickly. I use revision, of course, he says. Turn the pillars to glass. Of course, how obvious. Revision. Cast the revision spell to turn all the pillars to glass. Hypothetically speaking, maybe glass that thick would be strong enough, but I would assume turning columns, which are generally structural things, maybe they're, decorative than structural, but if they're structural, wouldn't the, building collapse if it was made out of glass? I don't know, maybe I'm not giving glass enough faith, I guess, to be strong, but that's my first thought. You think back to your revision class and try to remember the spell for turning an object to glass. Hoping you're not mixing it up with the spell for turning things to jelly, you take out your wand and hastily draw the necessary themes. Immediately all the pillars in the room become transparent. You can see all the sorts of lost objects lying behind them now. Books, candy wrappers, dust bunnies. A mouse, suddenly exposed, makes a run for a mouse hole. Professor gives a shout of joy and picks up his lost wand at the base of a nearby pillar. "Capital work," he cries. "You have a talent for revision, I think." He's so grateful that he gladly writes a note to your professor to excuse your lateness. Glowing with praise and relieved that you won't be penalized, you dash off towards your class. You did not succeed at using the adventure. Okay. But I did increase my relationship with this teacher. Let's see if I can start that from the beginning, or if that's just over. If it's over with, oh god, I don't really want to go back to that save. Let's just see what happens, I guess. Casper, Lambert, Silk, Prudence, did not succeed at study. Millicresta, Tabin, Evelyn did not succeed at study, and Netta did not succeed at work to forge. And Durand's at 619. Alright, let's check adventure. I can either redo that day. Kinda don't want to. It kind of moved forward, which is odd. So, you know what? I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to think, maybe I'll go check the wiki or the mod base and see if I can see what we need to increase for that. But I think we're just going to finish off Thursday and Friday by competing, and then I think I'm going to call it there. I think I might be getting sick because my throat is killing me, and it's only been like an hour, and like water isn't helping, which kind of sucks. So we'll just do Thursday, Friday, call it here, and worst case situation, I'll have to play more of this later in the week to get enough recordings. When you're walking down the street, you notice a large crowd of people. Squeezing through the crowd, you can see that they're all gathered to watch a performer who has a horse that can do tricks. You notice that the horse seems to be a little agitated, and suddenly it starts to rear and flail around with its hooves. It is kicking and biting at anyone who gets too close, but the performer is busy talking loudly to some other people in the crowd. He somehow hasn't noticed what the horse is doing. This is probably a good time to be going before the horse hurts somebody. Not good logic, but okay. Like, the horse is gonna hurt somebody. You being there doesn't change anything except for the fact that you think you're conscience free. At least if it said like, hey, it's probably a good time to be going before it hurts me, I can understand that, but yeah, okay, whatever. Let's just see the other ones. Observation, try to determine the cause of the horse anxiety. Or voice, get the performer's attention. You should be able to calm the horse down. Let's see what's wrong with the horse. You look the horse over from where you're standing, and after a moment you can see several large flies buzzing around it. The flies keep landing on its back and biting it, leaving large welts and causing the horse to jump each time. Oh, poor horse. Composure, maybe, let me shrink that a little bit. Composure, maybe if you took some mud and rubbed it on the bug bites, the horse would stop acting up. You'll have to get close enough. Alright, so we'll go with composure, and, no, let me go, that's too big. If I go that big, will it, no. You know what, I think we have to go this small, which is whatever. I'm seeing text get cut up too much. Maybe I can make this window bigger. I'll mess with the settings later. But yeah, composure for now. It's not a good idea to go up to a bucking horse, but whatever. You pick up a clump of mud from the street and move towards the horse while making soothing noises. The horse shies a little to the side, but rolls its ears towards you after only a moment, and soon lets you walk up next to it. You rub the mud over the welts on the horse's back, which soothes the pain and itching as well as keep the bugs away, and calms down immediately. The performer sees you and apologizes for not paying more attention. He loses a sale when the man he was talking to thinks he neglects his animals, but he's glad you helped the horse. Well, that's good. He's not an ass about it. Okay, we increased merit by 6. Nothing in class. No matters of concern. So, let's find our friends. Did not succeed at study. Netta. Evelyn. Used her familiar. Having prudence. Trained in character. Good for her. Durand's at 625. We're getting there. Alright, let's do Friday. Compete. Okay, easy day. Alright, I increased it by 6, really good. Tallulah helped, so that's awesome. Lambert, Philip, Casper, Malacresta, Silk, Netta. Rested today. Tavin, Prudence. Rested today. Evelyn. Did not succeed at study. So Durand, 634. Should I do one more day? You know what? Let's do Saturday. And then I'll leave Sunday for maybe leveling up the next time I record. Because I'll look into a few things. And who knows? Maybe I'll look into some adventures we can maybe do. I don't know. And we're getting pretty lucky with the competing. We're getting doubles a lot, actually. Okay, so 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's really good. No one else did anything, which is surprising. Like, no one else competed. Usually they do it on the weekend. Prudence did not succeed at practice music. Lambert, Tabin, Mellocresta, Casper, Evelyn did not succeed at using study. And Netta did not succeed at a bunch of things. Study, work the forge, or do some plotting. And Durand is now at 646. Am I reading that right? My eyes are going crossed eyes. Holy, I am half tempted. Yeah, let's do it. One more day. One more day won't kill me. One more day of just competing, and forget what I said before. I'm getting really into this competing spirit. Alright, we competed and got 12 points there, so that's good. Piccolo also competed. Prudence succeeded at picking a fight on herself, and Leslie, I don't know. She is the revision teacher. Prudence did not succeed at study. Evelyn did not succeed at study, but did succeed at flourish homework. But did not succeed at get ready for history. Netta did not succeed at study or get ready for rhetoric, but did succeed at using prepare for exploration on herself. Then that's everyone else. Casper got sick apparently. Durand's at 661, and I think we're number one. We're number one. We gotta keep it up, but we're number one. Okay, I'm gonna call it here. I'm sorry I'm not feeling well and had to cut this a little bit short. I cut it short by a half hour. We didn't really have any big plans. Maybe I'll spend a bit of time and look into some things we can do in the game. Maybe I can start bringing up Mr. Pebbles, which is that button. So yeah, maybe I can start bringing up Mr. Pebbles' skills, and maybe we can do a venture with Mr. Pebbles. I don't know, actually. I've never done this, so who knows. But yeah, if you've watched all this, thank you. You are awesome. If you want, you can hit like or dislike or comment or subscribe. Those are all good things that help let me know people are watching. I also have a Twitter account. If you want to follow me there, you can. It's a lot of it's mostly my uploads and me talking about some games I'm playing in personal time and other media things I might do, like watch a movie or Netflix. I'm trying to figure out how to tweet. I've only ever had Twitter as to follow people. I've never used it for tweeting. So I'm trying to learn. I don't know. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. I need to go rest my voice. I'm a little annoyed I might be getting sick, but whatever. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Bye. Have fun. I'm gonna go lay down now.